Feathered Friend is a short story written by Arthur Clarke, and it is a science fiction about a small canary. Canary is a bird, and how her existence on the space station helped save lives of the crew member. So, I have used one word over here, that is science fiction. So, what is the meaning of fiction? Fiction is not true, and non fiction is true. So, this is the simplest way of defining fiction and non fiction. Non fiction involves real things, real people, real events, real places, and real writing. However, fiction is just imaginary things, imaginary people, imaginary events, imaginary places, and imaginary writings. So, I hope the difference between fiction and non fiction is clear to everyone. So, it is a science fiction. So, before starting this lesson, let's first discuss about the characters. So, the first character is Sven Orson, who is a construction worker in space. Second one is Claribel, a small yellow canary bird. Third one is narrator, who is narrating, or a worker on the space station. Fourth one is Jim, another worker who looks after the technical devices or technical department. So the narrator says that he is unaware of a regulation that prevents pets from being on a space station, and that Sven would ignore it anyway. And who was Sven? Sven was the best space construction worker on the space station. Now Sven was smart to have Claribel as a pet, because it took close to nothing to support her. The author found Claribel after hearing noise from the angle beam. There he saw Claribel for the first time, although he had been hearing her before also. Now everybody started liking Claribel, and Claribel, the canary, found out how to make her way in zero gravity and was efficient at it. Now the question was, from where did a bird came in the space station? Now Sven did not own up to her being his pet at first, but did bring her up from a ferry from Earth after leave. So Sven was the only one who had brought Claribel in the space station. Now Sven said that he had brought her from Earth as a science experiment. Now they didn't have any trouble hiding her from VIPs from Earth, as they always had explanation for the noises that she made even when Claribel was upset. Right. So one day the narrator woke up with a headache and was slow to do morning activities. And Sven was missing from breakfast because he was looking for Claribel. And Claribel was found in a stunned state, and Jim could not hear its heartbeat. So someone said to give her some oxygen from an oxygen face mask, which served as an oxygen tent for Claribel, because they keep oxygen cylinders in the space station. So what happened? That the oxygen revived Claribel, but she passed out again. So the narrator notices that Claribel was passing out because of the air being bad. And air purifier had frozen, and the single $500,000 alarm failed to go off. So Claribel had saved everyone's lives. Lastly, the narrator says if one is ever on a space station, so he or she should not be surprised or alarmed if there was a bird in the space station, as the bird is only there as a cheap backup alarm system. So in this lesson, who was the feathered friend? The answer is obvious, that Claribel was the feathered friend in this lesson. because Claribel had saved the lives of the crew members when the single $500,000 alarm failed to go off. I hope this is clear to everyone.